5 hours during the night, we were anticipating an excellent day. We'd fired the Hondas up, pointed the sailfish out to sea, and were anticipating an excellent day chasing tuna. Port Fairy had once again turned the weather on for us, and anticipation was building. Heading out, the anticipation had been building, and it was even worse once we got the spread in the water. That anticipation of waiting for the first bite, that one reel to start screaming. And we were lucky enough that it didn't take too long before we were hooked up to our first tuna, a nice little tuna of around 32 kilos. Up on the toonie. It's always hard working on a boat with only two people, trying to video things, gaff a fish, trace a fish, so communication and teamwork is key. The team needs to be well rehearsed and well drilled in what they need to do, and in this case we were lucky enough to get the job done first time around. Now I'll put the camera.
Hook up! Hook 'em, boys! Hook 'em!
No matter how many times you gaff a fish and practice things, you can't get out of making a mess on the boat. However, that mess is well worth the reward when you see the smile it puts on your face. With day two's weather looking so good, it was time to shift gears and put some FJG burley in the water and see if we couldn't help get Jackie her first shark. It didn't take long once that burley hit the water before Jackie was hooked up on her first blue shark. Jackie with her first shark. Nice little blue dog. Alright. There we go. Didn't even have to release him. And we got our bait back. Look at him. Out the back there. Off he goes. Out the back. Yeah, I think it's a different one. With the burley trail working its magic, it didn't take long before we had our third shark at the back of the trail. All in all, I think it had taken around 30 minutes, and the day was looking very promising. Now we're just waiting on a mako, that big mako, to show up.
Watch that balloon. And he's got it. Do you want there?
After pumping a burley trail for 3 or 4 hours, anticipation was building. I was getting a hand from the first mate, making sure that the burley trail was good to go when that mako turned up. In a rush, I dropped the gear over and I didn't check the knot. I was to pay the price later on, as we only had the mako on for about 5 minutes before we broke him off. It pays to triple check your equipment and make sure that everything's good to go, because when that shark shows up, you need to be ready. It's never easy losing that fish, but when you understand why, you can rectify the problem for next time and make sure that it never happens again. The decision was made to pull the pin and head back in. So we started the Hondas up, pointed the sailfish for home, and made our way back into Port Fairy. The first mate had had an awesome day out on the boat, and Jackie had got her first shark. So all in all, it was an excellent trip. Port Fairy had produced the goods once again. We'll head back in and regroup. Cuzzy Bros Fishing will be anticipating the next trip to Port Fairy, counting down the days, thinking of what could be and what will be.